the pool. Puck's banned. It's.
They could be sanking mid. Oh, Magnus.
Magnus, there's your team fight. This makes them even weaker in the early.
Start going pretty well on the laning stage.
Well, you mentioning the power rune and probably eyes towards that for our potential first blood. Is there a side that has an easier time actually mid?
Yeah.
Nice use of the glyph on Armel. 2 points in Crypt Swarm, not enough to secure with a kill with the Verify pops. Alacrity does take a heavy beating here, so it's going to require a TP in. Sylvan Clarity back up.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to bait him in, so. And also a rotation from Monkey. They're fully collapsing on this Alacrity Storm.
It's going to boundless, and Genuel with this should be able to close the distance, but a great Vortex timing. There's the double stun from Genuel, and now they can put their attention solely onto Yokam afterwards. As who cares about just finding off?
Yep, Exo's pop, and I don't think this can be defended. Unless they bring a lot of heroes, both supports, which they're trying to do.
Alacrity.
The Monkey off the tree.
It's a lot of damage to DJ as well. They even have Polison stepping in for the right side. DJ falling low, but a boundless strike, and Alacrity has expended all of his mana. The Grimstroke steps into the middle as well, so he's going to drop to the Siphon. Oh, a little bit of mana available for Alacrity, so it zips down to the south. It has cost them the catapult. Oh, Armel, okay. A good job to be able to...
Economy game.
Something that there's always been this heavy focus on is Armel is going to run into 3 heroes by the river. Alacrity zips on down. Looks like with the burst potential with the support standing nearby, Alacrity will get a big kill over the Death Prophet
against AM. And then from there, we'll see where he goes.
I
think BKB doesn't do a lot.
A blink push back onto the Magnus. You got to be cautious you group up though, because he does have the RP available. DJ is going to lay down the Wukongs, just giving Magnus a little bit of breathing room. What an arena! Mizu encloses onto 3, and they've got all the damage they would ever desire. So Fnatic's heroes littering the river as now they're going to smoke up. Oh, Genuel's even got a blink.
That's a big one for Fnatic if they can get that initiation on the key target.
Genuel comes straight towards the Monkey. Inside the river, they're going to lay down the Wukong's man. Is there any way to keep him alive? There's not. An instant mana void. They're turning to the Storm Spirit as well. Zip down to the south. Alacrity with a TP out. They don't have a stun to counter that.
Fair enough. They killed the dude, so that's pretty big. With Exorcism wearing off, I don't believe they've got the damage to go for Roshan. Instead, they're going to hunt for some more kills here. Jokam could be in some trouble.
They'll even get Polison off to the side. Raven's going to blink up the tree line, but Mizu comes to safety, but I don't think that Mars has got enough damage as Anti-Mage just bodyguarding his position. 3 and Mizu without any mana now. He's going to have to rely on Alacrity along Zip Imp. Another Storm Spirit. What can he do? Oh, the counter spell in Alacrity. No, not like this. He has to stand his ground. He knows the inevitable is soon to occur as Raven. Oh my.
Fine. His goal is to just jump this backline. Kill heroes like the Lion, the Monkey. They're going to smoke to try and contest this, but it's just too late.
They might take the fight. They just got Butterfly and BKB. Mizu somehow finding DJ on the tree line. So the Monkey King's going to drop before the fight breaks out. And Genuel, he committed to try and protect his fellow support. So a 2 for 0.
It's going to be too late to contest Roche regardless, even though NGX were obviously hoping to get there maybe a bit sooner. The fact they get those 2 supports, buy them some time, some space. Now they've got the BKB on Storm. They can still fight. And right now it's a 5v3. Uh-oh.
The solo up inside the river. Raven's got the instant follow-up and Alacrity. Going like that. We see the Warriors of the Anti-Mage into the Storm Spirit matchup, and
it's tricky. I think that's where the Aegis gives Fnatic this. Right now it's a 3k lead. I think at some point you just have to give up some ground or take a risk. Alacrity's going in with Inkswell.
There's the risk with the Inkswell follow-up. It's going to be an easy kill over to DJ. Now Mizu drops the arena, but Armel's had an opportunity with the BKB. Exits him charged up directly towards the backline. Goes Armel, and Raven is going to use this time to force out an early Stone Gaze from In Your Dream.
Back on Grim. They could reinitiate here. Another Inkswell, but this time there's no BKB on Storm, so they go in. He has to make sure he either has... And Fnatic, they're just in the pit. NGX, do they have a smoke? Doesn't look like it. They're just going to have to walk on in without.
What's the play? Does Mizu jump?
Yeah, they're being scouted.
Jabs is hunting though. One toss back, straight onto the Jakiro. Mizu instantly follows up with a triple arena as well. They need some extra stun to try and bring down the anti-mates up to Alacrity. Comes into play as Raven's falling low. Alacrity's going to continue chasing to the hillside, but is unable to get the damage required. As Aegis snagged in your dreams, able to claim this one, so now the second life potential for the Medusa. They're struggling to kill her off the first time, but they're just focusing every other hero instead. As Jabs back inside the pit, gets 2 for the price of 1, and now an ultra for Armel, setting up for the respawn. You may as well give this man a goddamn rampage.
He's done so
much, Raven!
Why?
No! Oh, it's the greedy Captain Fnatic that's knocking on their high ground.
Serene Death Prophet, so only 110-second cooldown on this exorcism. It's only like a 60-second downtime or so.
Raven's hitting top 2. Oh, great counter spell! Raven! That's filthy, and now Medusa stuck in front of the tower. Men are instantly taken care of. You're probably going to be forced to buy back if you want to hold any of your ejectors as Armel. In a little bit of trouble here. How can they keep the Death Prophet alive? Silence preventing the Spirit Siphon. So Nigma Ngx Sea. They do hold, but so many buybacks expend. Mizu and Yo came outside the base. Jabs is setting up perfectly, angling towards. Ooh, nice reaction. Zip down to the bottom. Alacrity running to the Monkey King, but you see, whenever the Storm shows, he has to be so cautious of any extra follow-up.
Storm's best bet is trying to find Januel's line. The problem is Line always sees him coming.
Raven follow up as well. Instantly, Meta taking care of it. Raven, a Meta Void to end all Meta Voids as Raven shows that the Anti-Mage doesn't necessarily have to be a useless hero, especially when you itemize like this and play like that.
Yep. Great performance from Fnatic, making the AM pick work. No Battle Fury needed. You've got the Magnus. And it just means this hero comes online so much earlier.
Base dying at 20 minutes.
Gosh.
That's what they really need. And they need a lot of damage.
What's up there?
I mean, techies, we saw these Marses. These heroes that can set up a blast off with some kind of a stun feel really good in lane. And it's still the same case with this techies with the new, even with the blast off being what it is now.
Start to get a little bit aggressive. In your dreams, stuck in the shards. Polison not use the blast off just yet, and in your dreams getting pummeled. They need some way to give him some space, and that's where the blast off comes into play.
Look at the salve denies on Huskar. Oh, 14. He's having a field day. Storm, his CS looks even, but a lot of that is jungle camp, which is not.
Keep going for this. Alacrity. I don't know if you win this man fight. I was just chilling. So 2 points in the Berserker's blood.
Like, you know, there's some matchups that players play all the time. Like, you know, your Quap versus Embers, your Embers versus Storms, your DKs versus your Pucks. You play all these heroes against each other constantly. Husker versus Storm, probably 5 games.
Actually, a little bit of, oh, nice snowball dodge. Great level from Jabs, the 1-1-1 to dodge the blast off, and there you go. We're playing.
6-man rune coming up. Only goes for a top, but it's gonna spawn bottom, and this Storm's not level 6. If he gets hit by Light Break, he just TPs out. He's like, yeah, this is not going how I want it to.
We might also be able to get the rune, but Armel is speedy. Have they got a sentry? Have they got anything? Oh, wait, oh, got denied. Never mind. Oh, okay. I was waiting for him to go invis, and then. Oh. And I was speaking about that rotation from Alacrity top, but unfortunately, Fnatic already aware of this. Oh, Mizu, swashbuckle up in a couple of seconds. Be able to get enough distance. Now back up to the top jungle. It's going to be Jabs that finds Alacrity, and now eyeing up Polison, but
it's kind of like this. Let's just stay away from Husker. Reminds me of like the old, you know, the enemy picks a Timbersaw off lane, you have no answer to it. The best thing you can do is just avoid it and play elsewhere on the map. So, you know, I imagine if they see Husker, unless he's completely alone and they're smoking him, they're just going to run the other direction, which is kind of what they're doing now. They're smoking bottom. Raven a much better target. They want to kill him and try to get this bottom tower.
They do have the relocate potential, and of course close to a tier 1. They're going to start with the Inkswell combination. Instantly, Rainbow TP's down to bot. Is Raven tanky enough? Not going to be killed off just yet. Io, Tether still on cooldown. They will not have a way to be able to keep the Tiny alive as Mizu actually bounces back to disrupt any follow-up. But they've even brought in your dream to bottom. Oscar isn't even thinking about joining all the lads, so the relocate back out to safety puts Genuel as the sacrificial lamb. As Ngx Sea. All right, yeah, that's... Oh, look at this. Yeah. Instant start. Jabs is nearby so he can play off the back of the snowball. Yokem is the Inkswell timing going to be on the mark. Armel jukes to the right side to play around with Jabs, but it doesn't even matter as Armel pops to the magic damage to Alacrity's over to DJ and the Storm Spirit. A much needed triple kill. He had such a horrible lane. All right, Spirit Vessel. He's got 4 charges. That's exactly what you need for these tanky heroes.
Yeah.
Smoked up.
Nice and early too.
Position from Jabs.
Yeah, good positioning. Pops the smoke and may turn it. Or just be a sacrifice. Relocate how far? They didn't go too far. So they're still nearby, but... And cover for the lack of pick off on their team, because that's something, you know, usually your mid-spirit type heroes, your Invokers, Pucks, etc. have that catch. Husker doesn't, so Tiny's going to make up for it.
Oh, no way. They're actually going to try and sink this before Fnatic gets it up, but they're smoking straight to the area.
This looks bad.
They want to try and steal it themselves. Armel posturing. And the lead inside the pit, of course, he's got the BKB, but an early usage there. So stun out and they just blow up. Punching Alacrity up to the skies is now Mizu. Still taking a decent amount of damage during the Rolling Thunder, but I don't know how Ngx Sea can defend the pit now as Mizu gets caught out. A perfect placement in the shards. And your dream. We're still thinking about going back here, but it's going to be Raven over the cliff line. Avalanche and combo onto 3 is in your dream. Hoping and a prayer for a TP, and he does escape. But a 4-for-0 and soon to be Roche as well.
I mean, they have Tiny, so going high ground, always
Raven's
a possibility.
Trying to eye up Alacrity.
Yeah.
Look at the relocate. Nice setup from Raven. He needs the full control out of the toss. Unfortunately, still, it's not enough. A little bit too late with the relocate, so Alacrity can zip away.
Punish the fact that Ngx are trying to get farm there. The Rolling Thunder mid, they want Raven.
Onto the Tiny. Alacrity's got the follow-up as well. The damage enough before the TPs. They know the relocate was on cooldown, so they were just playing off the teleports. Alacrity still getting hunted, but Jabs doesn't have the follow-up, so he's going to be cautious too. The Spirit Vessel starting to tick him down as Mizu not enough with the swashbuckle. But Ngx Sea, you're fighting to the Husker with the Aegis advantage, so you can't stand your ground. You'll get a kill on the Tusk while you're escaping, so... yeah, and going late game versus Husker is not easy to lane. Raven has Jabs nearby, so with the extra tag team damage that can actually stand their ground and kill Mizu before any threat of the Rolling Thunder. Now look at the relocate towards the backline as Armel. Life drain out, focusing Yokem as the Glim Cave's going to give in your dream a little bit of breathing room, but he pops out straight into the grasping hands of Fnatic, as now they can use all this attention to turn to Paulson, who doesn't even make it as well. Another send up into the heavens. A 4-for-0.
Be next Roshan in the next 1 to 4 minutes, but they're smoking right into this jungle. See what they can find.
Great blink into the tree line. We'll run into Yokem, but they are pretty deep. Next to the T2 tower, Soulbine's going to be able to hold back the Husker so he can't get into position to protect Jabs. And Armel still under the T2 tower has plenty to blow up the Storm Spirit. But in your dream, there's that BKB timing we're asking for. Armel, his run out, but an instant relocate out to safety. That was the return. Means that the Husker's going to be okay, but Raven, he's wanting to blink in and put his own statement onto the fight. Good combo into a BKB TP out. I mean, he'll be...
Can Techies kill this guy? He seems to think he can, and then, you know, he gets turned on, so...
They seem to think they can kill Armel. They have the one on the higher gun.
Okay.
So they know that the rest of the heroes are a little bit split, and with your Ursa Swipe stacking up in your dream, they're going to try and net this into another kill. The Rolling Thunder soon to expire. Great recognition from Alacrity. They have to take the IO out of the equation, but they don't have the damage. The DJ flies to the north. An instant follow-up, but the Painkiller doesn't have it in the tank. But it does also...
Sheer, they could have maybe snagged it quickly with the Ursa. Instead, Husker and Omni Knight are going to respawn before Roshan is even back up, so it does.
They're setting up top.
Yeah. Okay.
Raven has Jabs this time, so the extra control will net them a kill. No, it's only quite damn tanky, and we saw kind of the only opportunity they had was when Husker wasn't next to his 2 saving supports. He's still going to try and charge up. Finding the eye, but a great snowball save. It's going to put them in quite the compromised position, though. So maybe it doesn't really help the Io as instantly Ngx Sea, they pounce on this one opportunity.
Maybe use BKB on Jab. Only if they could have snuck it were they interested.
Smoke.
Jump. Yeah.
Guys,
They've got a good ward here.
Dream under the ward, instant with a follow-up of the control and the burst. Oh, it's all there. They take away the Ursa with no regards for life. And now Yokam slowing down a couple of clicks. All they need is Raven gets the double. And this might just be able to open up both objectives. Raven's going for the towers and you got Armel into the pit.
Interesting, only 2 heroes pushing here.
I don't know. They're going to try and blow up the Io first. Polison's doing a decent amount of damage with the help of the Spirit Vessel. A couple more right clicks and Mizu will provide that. But Tiny's a different beast.
He's alone. His teammates
does have jabs now. Blinking in the middle. Beautiful snowball timing as Raven. He can stand his ground. The air from the tag team along with Genuel stepping in means that, Raven, like you said, it's a different beast. Not the Eye that you can easily go.
Looks like they want to go to the high ground here.
What's going to start? See, instant blink forward. Genuel providing all the space they would need to help the Huskar. Raven's going to have some time as well to jump Mizu. They need the Pain Glyph for the control, but this is also allowing In Your Dream. Try and stack up the Fury swipes. That's Rolling Thunder now on cooldown. And Fnatic really haven't expended much, in fact. Objectives now claimed. Jabs a deep dive, but he's got the argument, so a kick back into the grasping hands of the Huskar, but he's able to reposition.
This is the problem with Aegis. They can't overcommit on Armel. They tried to take the Aegis without playing too many spells.
Raven, they're just splitting the map. TJ, he relocated down.
Gets him out. Yep, the Io Tiny not playing with Aegis and no without BKB. They want to be a little bit careful not to be the ones getting jumped. They'd much rather it be Armel, but looks like Tiny's interested in some split push down bottom anyways.
They're trying to bait Armel to go in the tier 4 tower range. I don't think he cares. I think Armel, I reckon he's fine for it.
Yeah, he welcomes the challenge.
Been Alacrity's not gonna have too much mana now, but an instant snowball save once again, but look at the space. They've used all the breathing room to take away the first life. Now the snowball deeper inside the base. They'll get one. They'll find a second. Okay, crafty fight from Ngx Sea. Taking the front simultaneously, but they're on top of Armel. They're able to stand his ground with the help of the inner fire. Ravens with the backstabber, blink in straight underneath the barracks. A couple of swipes, claims away the life of the support, and now In Your Dream without any backup. Yeah, he doesn't have the damage of the tank to go through the Huskar. He doesn't have a buyback as well. They even toss him deeper inside Ngx Sea's territory. He doesn't care about any space, any help as Ngx Sea. Just gonna have to try and hope that Huskar doesn't want to even dive the fountain. This Raven's falling pretty low. Got the opportunity to pop the BKB, and now with the life still coming out, all the health they would desire. Now it's time to just fountain farm as Raven ends the game with an ultra kill and Fnatic. A clean 2-0 victory.
Very, very good stuff. No rampage for you. The Thurn goes down.